is Sunday morning at 11:49, and this is my 4th day of doing the video journal. I'm even more insecure about doing it today because there's other people in the house while I'm doing this besides Jake. So Matt is in the family room, and I know that he's listening to me do this, which is making me self-conscious. But I'm hoping that after I get through that first 2 minutes, like I said yesterday, it'll get a little bit easier. So whereas yesterday I filmed this in my favorite room of the house, we're in the kitchen today. This isn't exactly my favorite room of the house, but this is where I do most of the preparing of food, so we're going to start here. I went out this morning to Giant and, had to get some food. I was hungry. So this is what I've noticed is that when you're hungry, it's hard to make really good choices about food. So we're going to have to try to eat more of the healthy food so that I'm not hungry as often. Having said that, I went out there this morning and, put my best foot forward at trying to buy the right things. I think part of the thing about this whole change is that it's really, really hard to make healthy lifestyle choices in your everyday diet, especially as a mom, because when you go out to the store, you have so much on your mind in terms of cooking for the whole week or cooking for the weekend, and to try to figure out how to make change is really, really difficult. So our Giant here has a really nice organic whole food section, and I made a plan on the way in, and I'm like, I'm just going to stay in the fruit and veggie aisle on the one side, and then I'm going to go down the organic section and see what I see that I can, get that will be healthy. Deep breath and try to calm down. So, I've noticed in doing these video journals that I say that all the time. We are going to Matt's sister Margie's house this afternoon, and of course that beckons the problem, what am I going to eat there? So I figured I will make a big salad, and I told Margie I'd make a big salad and bring a big salad. The other thing that I've noticed is that, all of these foods are a lot more expensive than other foods, buying, boxed foods or things like that. Not that I was buying that before, but that is less expensive. And even buying organic vegetables is a lot more expensive than buying non-organic vegetables. So we're going to take the easy approach to it and just start with baby steps. So I didn't do that. I just stuck with the veggie aisle. So I got spring mix to substitute in. I usually only just get iceberg lettuce, but I figured I would cut it with like the spring mix and mix it in so that these two things could last us more, throughout the week. And then I did get organic tomatoes, ripe tomatoes. I love these little grape tomatoes, so we're going to try that. I got 3 cucumbers. They're not organic, but they were cheap, and I'm digging cucumbers right now. Some radishes. I'm trying new things, so I never put radishes anywhere in any kind of salad, and I figured I would try that to spice it up a little bit. Some scallions. I bought some more artichoke hearts. I'm thinking that these are really high in sodium, so I'm going to need to try to work on sodium in the future, but right now I'm just cooking with the things that I know, and then trying to spice it up a little bit with different things along the way. So the big difference was I don't have it right here in front of me, but I bought a gluten-free organic pasta, and I bought this basil pesto, so I was going to try to make that for dinner tomorrow night. I'm craving pasta. I think that must have something to do with taking all of these carbohydrates and gluten out of my diet. I mean, I still have some carbohydrates, but the gluten in particular. I bought these gluten-free rice crackers to bring with us today, and I have some hummus that I can, have with that, because like I said, I'm really kind of craving those snack foods. I also got some sunflowers in the bags. I heard that it's cheaper to buy in bulk. I got some sunflowers that we're going to put in the salad. They're also salted. The other big thing that I explored with today, which I've never had before, was cream of rice. Instead of cream of wheat, cream of rice. For breakfast, I've been eating, and I feel like this isn't good, but I've been eating a cut up banana and organic peanut butter, just like a little bit, and I dip the banana in the peanut butter because it's sort of filling. Because I'm completely not sure what to eat for breakfast. So, just wanted to, touch back about yesterday. We went to my family's house, and overall I thought it was a really, really good day. I felt really good all day. I definitely had moments where I was anxious and upset, but I, overall think it was a really good day, and I tried to enjoy being there, enjoy myself, enjoy who I am as a person, and not be so critical while I was around all the people that I grew up with. And I think that went really well. I managed to eat, totally on board with my plan right now. I had about a glass and a half of white wine, and I drank lots of water throughout the night. But like I said, I didn't feel like I got enough to eat, and so like when we came home last night, I was hungry. And I'm like, I need to eat something. And there were really soft pretzels on the kitchen table, which I was desperate to, rip into. But I managed to not do that. But what really sunk into me was that if you don't have healthy food choices in the house, or if you don't have a plan in place about what you're going to eat, it's going to make it that much harder to stick to this. So I've been a little bit more open about sharing with my family today what I'm doing. I told Matt and Liv both about my video diary today. They're both sort of, I think, skeptical and see how this goes. I don't blame them. I'm sure that a lot of other people have, committed, I'm going to change my lifestyle, I'm going to change this and that, and not follow through. And again, I can't guarantee that I'm going to either. All I can say is, how I'm trying to proceed today and, be a different me. Just enjoy the me that I am. So, there it is again. The little thing where every time I say so, something happens. I think that's it. I'm going to get going, and I'm going to make the salad and try to save some of these things to, use for another salad tomorrow night. Because like I said, I've noticed that it's expensive to shop this way, and it's going to be a little bit harder to be organized and plan and work on it. And I did buy a new dressing. I usually just use balsamic vinegar and oil, but I got this organic Bill sun-dried tomato and garlic, organic vinaigrette, gluten-free, so we'll give that a try. Anyway, I give anybody who's made this change in their lifestyle tons and tons of credit, because it's really, really challenging, I find, to put this into practice. And, I wanted to meditate today, or go to the get some exercise, and none of those things, neither of those things are happening. It was enough for me to commit to getting the video journal done, and getting the food, making the salad, and then still getting myself ready, the house picked up, and getting the kids ready. I think that's why so many moms just, get that and don't know how to do it, because it's really hard to make these changes. So, wish me luck, happy Sunday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.